Yeah, that song was on one of his greatest hits albums.
How many greatest hits albums did Bobby Vinton have?
Well, he had the greatest hits, then the all-time greatest hits, then 20 all-time greatest hits, then Bobby Vinton's greatest hits, then the best of Bobby Vinton, then 16 most requested Bobby Vinton songs, then Bobby Vinton's greatest hits of love.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that Best of Bobby Vinton album.
Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, are you ready?
I just have to move the microphone arm thing. Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Hi, and welcome to the Barbara and Walter Show.
Happy New Year.
Oh, that's right. It's our first show after New Year's Eve. Welcome to 2023. I'm Walter.
And I'm Barbara Kozakiewicz-Kiwa.
Don't forget to sing the show beginning song.
Oh, everybody, it's time to dance. It's time for the Barbara and Walter Kozakiewicz-Kiwa show.
Oh, bah, I'm going to drive over to Mr. Trotz's house after the show. I bought him a bottle for helping me last weekend.
Mr. Trotz is a friend of ours who helps us with a lot of things. He's a very handy man.
And he's so strong. He breaks things at the hardware store that are cheap.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that before. We also talked about the time he drank all the pickle juice and threw up all over the kitchen floor.
Yeah, we don't need to bring that story up again.
Yeah, he brought his lunch up again that day.
So I bought Mr. Trotz the bottle of vodka because he helped me install the brand new automatic garage door.
This one is so quiet. Our old one was so loud that every time we opened it, our neighbor's car alarms would go off.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
What are you talking about? Remember that morning at 6 o'clock when we opened the garage door to go walking at the mall? And then right after, on the radio, the news person said that a minor earthquake was detected in our area.
What? The whole area is big.
The news person said that the strongest point of the earthquake wasn't only on our street, but at our house. He announced our address as the epicenter of the earthquake.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Anyway, yesterday I wanted to go to the delicatessen to get some sausage and cold cuts, but I couldn't leave because I couldn't find the garage door opener.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, I looked everywhere. I looked on the hook where we keep the keys. I looked in the closet where we keep our shoes and jackets. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I went to the living room to ask you if you knew where the garage door opener was. And there you were, watching TV and trying to change the channels with the garage door opener.
Well, it was dark, and I wasn't wearing my glasses.
Didn't you think something was wrong when the channels weren't changing when you pressed the buttons?
I just thought that the batteries in the remote were maybe dying.
And then the neighbor from across the street knocked on our door to tell us that our automatic garage door was opening and closing over and over again 100 times. I had to tell him that you were trying to change the channels on the TV with the garage door opener.
Yeah, he said his wife did the same thing with their car starter.
Yeah, she wasted a half a tank of gas before she realized what the hell was going on.
I also missed Everybody Loves Raymond yesterday because I couldn't change the channel.
Yeah, don't worry, it will be on again 300 times this week.
I should have recorded it.
Remember, you still have to show me how to record shows on the TV.
Oh, it's very easy.
I like the good old days when we used to rent the movies from the movie store.
So you can go and rent A Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood another 100 times like we talked about last week?
Every once in a while I rented something different.
That was only when I forced you to rent something different. Do you remember the movie you rented about the vacation in Las Vegas?
Oh, you always remind me of that.
Yeah, I told you to find a fun movie with no guns, no cowboys, nothing sad, just a fun movie.
Yeah, but I didn't know where the fun movie section was because I always went to the Clint Eastwood section.
There was no Clint Eastwood section.
Yeah, okay, the sections where the Clint Eastwood movies were, the westerns and the action movies. But anyway, finally I found a movie that looked like the fun, that had the guys and the girls on the front with the airplane in the background.
I forgot what it was called, but I never heard of it.
So we turned it on, and in the movie, all the guys and girls are on the plane, going on the fun vacation to the Las Vegas.
Yeah, but when they got there, they found out that there was a problem with the hotel rooms, and they all have to stay in one hotel room.
So they all go in there and they put their suitcases down, and then they all jump on the beds and start hopping up and down on the beds.
Yeah, and then what happened, Walter?
Well, what happened was very surprising.
Yeah, you can say that again. Tell the listeners what happened next.
Well, they're hopping up and down and smiling and dancing on the beds. Then they start taking their clothes off. It was crazy.
Yeah, you went and rented an XXX pornography movie.
It was an accident.
What did it say on the sign in the section where you found the movie?
There was the sign that said XXX Adult Movies. I thought that XXX was the Roman numerals and it meant movies that are 30 years old. Oh, and I remember Richard's grade 8 English teacher saw me when I was looking at the movies, and she gave me a strange look.
So anyway, we didn't watch the rest of the movie.
Yeah, the plot was very thin.
Yeah, right.
I remember that the movie rental store always stayed open very late, so I waited until even later when the store was closed to return the movie in the outside the return slot, so that no one would see me returning that movie.
They probably saw the returned movie when they went to work the next morning, and then they watched the security camera tape to see who rented that movie.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh, Walter, that was so many years ago. I'm surprised that you didn't buy that movie when the store closed and they were selling all of their movies.
Yeah, very funny. So, how is your nostril? Are you breathing better?
Oh, we're not going to talk about that.
Why not? You made me talk about the movie with the naked people hopping up and down on the bed. Then I think it's right to talk about your plugged up nostril.
Well, it's all better now. There's nothing to talk about.
So, Ba wakes up on New Year's Day and her nose was all plugged up because she drank too much alcohol on New Year's Eve.
Oh, stop making up stories. No, I woke up and my right nostril was plugged. I tried blowing my nose and I even took a sinus decongestant and nothing worked. And I didn't feel sick or anything like that.
Yeah, and I told you to lay on the couch on your left side so that maybe everything would drain to your left nostril. But that didn't work either.
I even tried the nose flushing, and that was a big mistake.
I heard you coughing and choking in the kitchen, so I went to see what the hell was going on. And there you were at the kitchen sink, shooting the water up your nose with the turkey baster.
Yeah, it was the only thing I could think of that could work, because we don't have one of those nose cleanser squirting things that we always see on the TV commercials.
Well, now I know what to buy you for your birthday.
So the plugged nostril lasted all day and all night. When I woke up the next morning, it was still plugged. So I called my doctor to see if maybe he had a stronger decongestant or something that could help.
Yeah, and he told you to stop using the cocaine, right?
Oh, stop it! The doctor told me to come into the office so that he could take a look at it. So I went in and he stuck the flashlight up my nose to look at the plugged nostril. And then he grabbed something that looked like a pair of tweezers and he went up the nose. And do you know what he found?
Yeah, your car keys.
No, not my car keys. Very funny. No, he found an earplug. So in the nighttime, when I was sleeping, the earplug fell out of my ear and went up my nose.
So you were walking around for a couple of days with an earplug in your nose.
Yeah.
And you didn't notice it missing from your night table.
No, because I have so many of them. Remember you bought me a pack of 20 earplugs on one of our anniversaries?
Oh, that's right. Mr. Trotz was telling me yesterday that he was feeling a little constipated. I should tell him to check that maybe he has an earplug stuck up his...
Okay, that's enough.
Well, you never know.
Are you hungry? Would you like a snack?
No, I'm not hungry.
We have nibbly stuff as well.
What nibbly stuff?
Oh, we have potato chips, crackers, those after-eight chocolate mint things.
Why do they call them after 8? Are you supposed to eat them after 8 o'clock in the evening or what? That's too late. That's too close to the bedtime. If I eat it after 8 o'clock, I will wake up in the middle of the night with the heartburn or the indigestion.
I think they call them after 8 because they're supposed to be fancy. And lots of peoples who eat at the fancy restaurants sometimes book reservations at 7 o'clock.
That's stupid. 6 o'clock. That's the supper time. The chocolate mint thing should be called the after 7 or after 6:30, after 6:45. Normal peoples eat the supper at 6 o'clock. If the chocolate was made for the fancy dancy peoples, then they should call it the fancy dancy eat after 8 o'clock because you think you're such a big shot chocolate bar or whatever. That's something I figured out in my spare time anyway.
Well, I eat them at any time of the day, and I don't care what they're called.
Yeah, and what about the Ferrari Rocher chocolates that lots of peoples buy at the Christmas time?
What Ferrari Rocher chocolates?
You know, the ones that are covered in the gold tinfoil that electrocute my mouth when I leave a bit of tinfoil on by accident and it touches my cavity filling.
Oh, you mean Ferrero Rocher?
Yeah, what kind of name is that? It sounds like a hockey player.
Oh, Ferrero is the name of the man who invented the chocolate, and Rocher means rock in French.
How do you know that?
Well, you asked about it last year, and I decided to look it up just in case you asked again this year. And you did.
And you waited a whole year to give me the answer?
Yeah.
Well, I hope it was worth the wait, ba?
Yeah. So you don't want a snack?
No, thank you.
Okay. Oh, I have to tell you that I have to go to the police station after we're done the show.
Why? To report your hairdresser for the helmet she gave you last weekend?
No, and that's not very nice, Walter.
Your hair is so big that even if a bird landed on the very top, its ears would pop.
Oh, stop it!
So, why do you have to go to the police station?
Because I drove through a stop sign this morning.
Where?
Just a few blocks away from our house. I was driving and listening to one of my Bobby Vinton CDs, and I was singing and not paying proper attention. I was singing, "She wore blue velvet."
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So the police officer gave you a ticket?
No, there was no police officer.
So, what are you doing? Why are you going to the police station?
To tell them that I drove through a stop sign by accident.
Why? They're not going to do anything. They don't care.
But I feel guilty.
Yeah, okay, that's good, because you know now that you have to pay close attention when you're driving, and no one was there, and no one got hurt.
No, there was no one around.
Yeah, and the police won't do anything because you're not confessing to a major crime, like what your hairdresser did to your hair. That's something that you should go to the police station for.
Maybe I'll report you to the police for being an idiot. Did we get any messages this week?
Yeah, we did. Let me find the first one here. Okay, Tony in Safford, Arizona sends the message, "Hi, Barbara and Walter. If they could set it up so that every time you walk in a room, a certain song plays, what would be each of your songs?"
Oh, I would love it if every time I walked in a room, they would play, "There she is, Miss America."
Yeah, that would be something.
What about you, Walter? What song would they play?
Well, normally I would pick a song by our favorite singer, Bobby Vinton. But I think for me, I would like the rock and roll by the Elvis Presley. Maybe like the "You are nothing but the hound dog, crying all the time. You're nothing but the hound dog."
Yeah, that's a good song. Thank you for the question, Toby.
His name is Tony.
Oh, sorry, Tony.
So the next message was sent by Sarah in Cochrane, Alberta. Sarah says, "I am so happy that I discovered your show and I never miss it. I was wondering, do you have any Barbara and Walter merchandise for sale?"
Merchandise? We never thought of that. Actually, we never even really thought about doing a show.
Oh, I have some old socks that I can send you. Maybe Ba can send you one of the curlers that she puts in her hair at night.
No, I need all of my curlers. We should maybe look at getting some things that peoples can buy from us, like all of the things that we bought from the Bobby Vinton website.
That's right. We bought the Bobby Vinton Bobby pins, the Bobby Vinton Bobby socks, the Bobby Vinton vinegar, the Bobby Vinton vinyl jacket.
Maybe we can give away Barbara and Walter oven mitts, because I put on oven mitts almost every day.
Do you remember when we bought the oven mitts for you with the lobsters on them at the gas station when we were on vacation?
Oh, yeah. And then when I used them for the first time, they caught on fire.
Yeah, and then we saw the tag on them that said, not to be used as oven mitts. What the hell were we supposed to use them as? Underwear? Stupid.
If we get Barbara and Walter oven mitts, we will make sure that they won't catch on fire.
Okay, so it's time for you to sing the show-ending song.
Yeah, sorry to leave, but this is the end of the Barbara and Walter Kozakiewicz Kiva show. Bye.
We will talk to you soon.
Yeah, bye.
You are nothing but the hound dog, crying all the time.
Did Mr. Trotz leave his tools here by accident?
No, I stole them.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to sell them in the newspaper.
Okay, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
He's coming back tomorrow to pick them up.
Oh, okay. I can make lunch for when he comes over.
Do you want me to go to the store to get some cold cuts and the sausage?
I will check to see what we have in the fridge. Are you going to drink that eggnog that is in the fridge?
Is it still good?
I will have to check the